Columbians will soon be headed to the polls to elect their new premier. But who will they choose? We don't know, as due to an unfortunate scheduling mishap between Action 9 and our parent company's most popular children's television show, Les Aventures de Mimi et la Bicyclette Magique, we are broadcasting our election night special one day early. But as always, Action 9 News is ready to get to the truth of the matter by using our vast array of cutting-edge technology. Our weatherman and senior political analyst Chip Musgrave will be joining us live in the studio via Action 9 hologram.
Yeah,
Hi, Chip. Isn't this amazing? It's like you're right here with me in the studio.
so about that, Mark.
I am really impressed. This is even better than the test we did earlier. I can even smell you. Wait, why can I smell you?
Oh, that's a funny story, actually. I'm glad you asked. The hologram machine kind of broke.
What happened?
Let's just say certain people were using it for certain extracurricular activities, and it broke.
What? How could... Okay, in that case, let's go right to the new Action 9 INFO-RAMIC touch display.
Right, so this here is actually the Action 9 INFO-RAMIC touch display. By touching on the surface, you can create all kinds of amazing information visualizations, or you can even fly through the data to get a whole new perspective.
So go for it, Chip. Show us this amazing new and extremely expensive piece of technology.
So that funny story I mentioned earlier actually has one additional wrinkle involving the Action 9 INFO-RAMIC touch display. Did you know you don't have to use fingers on it?
You don't?
No, any stiff, fleshy body part will do. I was using it with my
Okay, thank you, Chip, for that penetrating, insightful report. For more on our potential election results, I have here live via satellite, provided no one has messed it up, Dr. Eustace J. Thrimbletrimmer, head statistician at the Yummies Research Institute in Spuzzum, BC. Good evening, Doctor.
Hi, Mark.
So, Doctor, what can you tell us about tomorrow's election result?
Well, it's difficult to tell, Mark, given that a certain news network decided to spend all of its funding on flashy technology instead of actual polls. But I was able to conduct some informal polls and discern the issues that I think are most important to the common man.
And that would be?
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yes, ice cream. The poll results show that 94% of respondents believe that ice cream, or the procurement thereof, is the most important issue facing Canadians today.
I see. Just out of curiosity, Doctor, what was your sample size on this poll?
I'm not actually sure offhand. Just let me take a look here. Poll size would be 2.
So you only actually questioned 2 people?
That's correct, yes.
And how did you get a result of 94% with only 2 respondents?
Well, you see, one of the respondents actually put down frozen yogurt instead of ice cream. So I had to make some adjustments, but I believe they're valid within the parameters of the poll.
And the margin of error on your result is?
My results are accurate within 69%, 19 out of 20 times, which I might add is actually far more accurate than most political polls.
Right. So what you're telling me is that between 25 and 163% of British Columbians feel that ice cream is the #1 election issue?
Statistically speaking, that's the case.
Dr. Thrimbletrimmer, is it possible that your survey consisted of asking your 2 elementary school-aged daughters on the way out the door this morning?
Well, Mark, I don't actually think I have that information. Oh my goodness, the transmission is cutting out. Something's the matter. Darn those greenhouse gases!
And that brings us to our children. Studies show that less than 20% of young adults aged 8 to 18 participated in the last provincial election. These people are our future, and so we close tonight with a special report from the Action 9 youth correspondent, a guy with 3 PS3s. Guy?
I don't really care how this election goes, because you see, I have 3 PS3s.
Insightful commentary there. Thanks, Guy with 3 PS3s.